Hello, welcome. Today I have another pen review video for you. This is a very silly pen. I saw it and I thought, I've got to just see what that's like. It's so adorable. And let's get this open here. Okay, so this pen, that's not the pen. Let's get the pen out. There we go. This pen is absolutely tiny. Look at this. And I thought that is the cutest thing. I've seen a few different tiny pens, but look how small. Like for comparison, let's see if I have anything here. This is a normal size pen. Look how small it is. Anyway, I thought this would be perfect because it has a clear body here so you can see the ink that's inside, and then the cap screws onto the back so you can actually write with it. So that's how that works. Whoops. As long as I don't drop it and destroy it. Okay. Anyhow, this was a very inexpensive pen. I will leave a link down below where you can get it. It also comes with this little eyedropper so you can fill it, which I thought was really nice. I'm going to unscrew this. I think that's how we open. Yeah, okay, there it goes. I didn't see any instructions, so there we go. And it looks like they, oh, there's a rubber gasket. I see. There's a little rubber gasket there. Now, I do have some of that silicone grease that you're supposed to put on these. I'm going to find that real quick and put some on here. I've never actually had to use it before, but there's nothing in the threads, and I just want to make sure this does not link. I'll be right back. All right, so here it is. This is the silicone grease or silicone grease. And I don't have a paintbrush that I want to ruin, so I'm just going to use this little stick. And my plan is to put it in here like this. I don't think you need very much. I'm just going to put it in the threads like that. And then this way, when I screw it back on, it should spread itself out fully, I hope. I'm trying to get it all in there. I think I do have it in. I'm going to scrape off all the extra that's sitting on top here. Okay. Whoops. There we go. All right, so that's that. And then here's what the nib looks like, just so you know. It's gold and it's got really pretty engraving on there, actually. For what this little tiny pen is, they did actually try to make it nice. Okay, I'm going to put this away so I don't get grease on everything. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back, and I'm going to do something here. I've got some Ladybug from the Birmingham Pen Company in here that I took out of the main bottle. I want to put it in here. I think red would be kind of a funny color. And I'm going to be mixing in a little bit of this. This is by Wancai. Anyway, it's called Flame. It is a shimmer potion. It's basically a way of making your non-shimmery inks shimmery. And this color gives a red shimmer to the ink. And I thought it might be neat to have a red ink with a red shimmer. I have red inks with other color shimmers, so this might be neat. You got to shake this stuff up really good, though. You can see how it settles down the bottom and just kind of cakes up. But once you shake it for a minute, it all comes loose. And it looks white in the bottle, but it is actually red. And I'm going to pause this to finish shaking this. I'll be right back. Okay, I think that's pretty well mixed. And it comes with, well, I put in one of these little droppers so that every time I use this particular dropper, it's always the same one for this particular ink. Now, it does settle out pretty quick, so I have to work fast. And basically, you got to pull out this rubber stopper and grab some of the shimmer and put it in the ink. And you do not need very much. Honestly, this is probably way more than I should be putting in this ink, what I just put in there. But I want to make sure this is nice and shimmery. Okay, I'm going to put this rubber, there's like a little plastic gasket that goes in there. And that's the wrong cap. It's this one. I don't know if they still sell these. I'll see if I can find links for these. If I can, I'll put one down below. But Birmingham Pen Company also has their own shimmer solutions. They're called Twinkle Sprinkle. They have a silver and a gold one. There's that. So I'm going to set that aside so it's safely out of the way. All right, now what we're going to do, I'm going to shake this up and get all the shimmer dispersed in there nicely, and then we are going to fill this pen. And I think that's going to be an easy way to do it. Just put it in this little holder here. And I'm going to just use my own dropper instead of the one that they gave me because I don't want to wash out that glass one. It is glass, very reusable. I reuse my plastic ones, so it's no big deal. You just have to wash them and sanitize them each time. All right. And I typically use these disposable ones when I'm working with samples. If you're working with your main bottle of ink, you might want to use something else, but this is what I've got. Okay, so now the concern is, which side are those threads? Oh, I see why. Okay, so those threads are for the lid. So I want to screw this on, but I don't want the ink to come gushing out, but I want to make sure it's all the way filled. I'm going to risk it and put a few more drops in there. All right, I'm going to set this out of the way. That took quite a bit of that ink, which is good. And I'm just going to see. I'm going to see if this will screw on there without squishing out. What I want it to do is go up into the feed instead of everywhere else. I know my hands are in the way, I'm sorry. I'll move them. There we go. Okay. Oh, yep, exactly what I wanted. Perfect. Okay. That's exactly what I wanted. So the ink is coming out the top. This looks like a vial of blood. That's pretty funny. Okay, let me get this screwed in the rest of the way. Oh my goodness. Okay. All right. Perfect. So, all right. So other than the initial mess, this is perfect because, so not only does this look beautiful, I don't mind the mess on my hands. But the reason I did that was I didn't want to wait forever for the ink to come out the end because there's no converter to, like, you know, make the ink, force the ink through the nib. So I had to do it that way. But now that I know that that works, I'm not going to put as much in next time. I'll leave a tiny bit more space so it doesn't make a huge mess. But that's how it looks capped. Look how cute. Okay, so let's put the cap back on the end so we could try writing with it. Because the whole point of this is to see if it writes. And if it doesn't write, then what's the point? Okay. Oh, and I'm dripping the ink. Okay, so clearly there's way too much ink in here. Okay, there we go. Well, maybe not. Okay, so one of the things I wasn't sure about is whether this pen would be able to handle shimmer or not. And I know I put in way more shimmer than I should have. I probably should have not put in that much. So I may have literally clogged this pen with glitter. I might have to rinse this out and start over with a plain ink. But that was what I wanted to find out. So let's, what I'm going to do is dip this in the ink and see if we can get it going. And then that'll tell me if it's actually clogged or not. Actually, that won't tell me anything. It'll just give me more things to guess about, but we got to start somewhere, right? Oh, I think it's working. Aha. Fantastic. Okay. That is good news. Good news. Okay. So all right. So it definitely writes. It feels comfortable to hold. I mean, now, I don't know if this is going to burp. I know that a lot of times these pens that are just like these eyedropper fill pens. They can burp sometimes, which will leave little splotches like that on your writing. But I don't know. I'm just fascinated. This thing is tiny and adorable. And it's writing no problem with all that shimmer and junk in there. It's doing fine. Now, I don't know if the shimmer is going to show up on the writing. We'll see. I will say the pen is a little bit scratchy to write with. There's definitely some feedback. So if you like a pen that gives feedback, you will probably like this pen. If you do not like feedback, then this will probably annoy you a little bit. But I think for having a pen that's roughly half the size of a normal pen, this is super cool. This would be something to get even if you aren't going to write with it all the time. And my favorite thing is it just makes the pen this, whatever color ink you have in there is the color your pen will be. Like, how fun is that? So if you get tired of red, you can just empty this back out into the little vial and fill it with a different color. And you've got a whole new pen. I'll move this over so you can see a little better. All right, I'm trying to see if we can get some shimmers to show. And yeah, okay. So there is very subtle shimmer in there. The particle size of this shimmer is very, very, very tiny. So if you like the shimmer inks that have a more subtle shimmer, then this is fine. Okay, so the pen can handle shimmer. And yeah, it looks really good. I really doubt the camera is going to pick it up, but the shimmer is definitely there. Like I said, it's subtle, but it's very pretty. I can see it best where I lay down more ink, obviously. I'll give it a try, but I really don't think the camera's gonna show it. It's just really subtle. It's instead of it being glittery and in your face, it's just a shimmer over the top. And it's really, really pretty. I think the red was a good choice, like red on red, just because you don't notice the shimmer until the light catches it, and then you see it. And it's a red shimmer. So it makes the ink, it almost makes the ink look wet, even though it's completely dry. Now this is still wet, but the part where I'm writing is definitely dry. Anyway, this is fascinating. I don't remember what I paid for this, but it was almost nothing. It's very inexpensive pen. I will try to find a link for you. I believe I got this on Amazon, so if I do find the link, it'll be an Amazon affiliate link, but as you know, it doesn't cost you anything extra to use those. It just helps me out. So I will definitely leave a link for you, and I would say give this a try. I mean, it's fun. The lid, the nice thing I will say about this cap screwing on is that you don't have to worry about, or hopefully you don't have to worry about it, leaking and getting into anything. It's completely encased. And you could probably, I don't know if I'd recommend this, but obviously this would fit in your pocket or your purse or whatever. And also you get to change the color of your pen by changing the color of your ink, which is super fun. And it just writes, like I haven't had, once it started writing, it's not skipping, it's not having any problems at all. And I don't remember, I'm trying to read the nib size. I don't know if it let you have a choice of nib size or not. I usually get medium when I get a pen, or I get medium or larger. So this, if I did choose, and this is probably a medium, but I don't remember if it had a choice. Yeah, that shimmer is so pretty. Anyways, if the camera is able to pick it up, you'll be able to see it, but I really don't think so. Anyway, never mind. It's not about the ink, it's about this cute pen. So this is adorable. I can't wait to use this in my journaling and stuff. This is super fun. So highly recommend this 100%. And I will be coming back soon with another review. If you have something that in mind that you'd like to see me review, leave a comment or suggestion. And if I have it or if I can get it, then I will definitely do a video of it for you. And if you enjoy these videos, if they're helpful to you at all, don't forget to hit like and subscribe because that helps me out. And also you'll stay up to date with what I'm posting. And thank you for watching. You have a great day.